Hello and welcome to another episode of Witchy Knits. I am Shy, I'm a witchy person and I knit, and by witchy person I mean pagan, witch, whatever you want to call it, but not Wiccan because that's not me. So I was just trying to fiddle with the light thing. This is, as usual, very yellow, but this is the Yellow podcast on YouTube and I can't wait to have a better setting. But anyway, yeah, my channel has been busy for the past week, which has been fun. It's Vlogmas, so I've been actually uploading a vlog every day since the 1st of December, and I am also doing a vlog today, so that is funny. I am wearing a different kind of makeup today because I felt like I wanted to wear lipstick and I needed a pair of eyebrows, but my skin is not very happy at the moment, as it is approaching a certain time of month, and I also wore makeup, a bit more makeup than I usually do a couple of days ago, which tends to break my skin out, so I just wanted to go light on that today. But yes, the light is as ever bright and the light in here is as ever yellow. I said that, but it's finally getting colder again. Last week, was that last week? It might have been last week where it was like actually -10, but then it got very warm and we almost got up to +10 again. Celsius, by the way. But it's getting colder again, which is nice because it's December and I really want my snow. Can I please have my snow, please? I've got my show notes, as usual, there, so if I look down that's why. I've got my eternal big cup of tea. I've got a mound of whips, and I think I should just dive right into that mountain, don't you? So I'm going to start with my sweater. If you've watched my vlogs, oh dear God, you know how much of a struggle this was to cake up. Oh my God, so many swear words. I had to have David come help me. This was terrible. I usually don't I've never dealt with an as bad skein as this one was in. This one, if you haven't, go watch that vlog, it was terrible. But we got it done, but the last bit turned into a ball because David did that, because I got very upset in the end. But yes, that's just where the, this is the next skein I'm starting on. I'm still on the first one, and I should probably clip this together somehow, but it should be alright. This is the sweater now. So I'm shaping a bit for the waist, so I've done some decreases and I am soon at the point where I can do a bit of just straight knitting and then do some increases again. Did I say that I'm doing increases for the waist? I meant decreases. And the last thing I'm going to do after sleeves is make a collar. But yeah, it goes past my boobage finally, and it's coming along really nicely. I'm really happy with this, with how this is turning out. Sorry if I mess up words, if I say things backwards, if I don't seem to be able to speak at all and should rather be doing this another day where I'm brighter in the head. Hello Cheddar. Which is not something you say, brighter in the head. Oh my goodness. I slept very badly. I have yeah, had a terrible night's sleep, and nej snälla, gå. Cheddar. There's a fat orange cat on my things. Cheddar. Gå. Annars, nej, sitt inte där gubben. Älskar. Nej, nej, nej. Åh, Cheddar. Hallå. I am doing this podcast now. I don't like knitting, but I like yarn. Off you go. Oh, there we go. But yes, if I seem to be a bit lost, that is why. But yes, this is turning out nicely. I'm really happy with it. I tried it on the other day and it fits really nicely as well. So I'm just like, I would never have chosen orange to wear a year ago. I'm not an orange person, but I really like this one. But anyway, that is the sweater, the Raglan sweater. It's the Improv pattern or guide or whatever you want to call it by Karen Templar, and it's knitted in Kampes yarn in 228 dark orange, mörk orange. So that is the Raglan. So for my second whip, in my Teddy's Knits bag lives something you should be tired of seeing by now, but a third pair of the Rellana Garne Christmas yarn socks, because I've got this much yarn and another person to knit a pair of socks for, so I'm going to try and speed through these. I'm a bit demotivated, honestly, because this is the third pair I'm doing this year from the same yarn, and self-striping is fun, but it's the same yarn, and it's again on 64 stitches because it's for a person with bigger feet than I have, so it's taking a long time. And I want some new sock yarn for me to cast on a fun sock out of. I've got yarn left from my Fibre Fox yarn, but I don't know if that's enough for a sock. And I've got undyed yarn that I'm going to dye at some point, but I just want something that's a quick project, that's a sock for me now, because to be honest, selfish knitting is way more fun than knitting for others, because there's less pressure. I think that's it for me. It's less pressure, because if I mess something up in my own socks, then it's like, well, I can deal with it, or I can do something about it, but it doesn't really matter if it's looking a little bit wonky. But if I manage to make something wonky for someone else, I feel really bad, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm trying to not be, but I am. So yeah. But yeah, that's another pair of those on my Zing 2mm size 0 needles, Knit Pro Zing. I'm going to try and be quick with these so I can do something else. But yes, that is that whip. And my third whip is on a ridiculously long cord for the project, but that's because I don't have any 4mm needles that aren't like that are on a shorter one, and I don't have a shorter cord. My shortest detachable cord is at 100 centimeters, but that is going to be a mug cozy, so it's going to go around a mug. I'm going to make 2 of these, and that's also gift knit, so I am going to try and be quick with these as well. But I mean, cabling is so much fun. I love cable knitting, and I've done a similar pattern before, so it should be alright. And yeah, going to be a mug cozy, knitting this out of Marks&Kattens Eco Ull, which is I think 80/20 wool and merino. So I did not write this in here. Very bad shy. But yes, knitting this on size 4mm. Don't know what size that is US, sorry. 4mm needles, Knit Pro Symphonies, and it's turning out cute. I'm going to get another pattern repeat done today. The pattern says 3 per cozy, so I'm going to have to measure that around a cup because I feel like it might need 4, but we'll see. I might just have very enormous cups, but yeah, that is something I am working on at the moment, and that's a fun gift knit, a lot more fun than the socks. So plus it's Aran weight, so it goes really fast. So I am doing that. Right, so going to vlog that a bit. So that's the phone. My 4th whip is actually a frog. I just didn't frog it yet. Oh dear. Come on, open. Open sesame. I need to exchange these cords because they've started not working correctly. But yes, in here I have a myriad of needles apparently. This is the world's largest hat. This was supposed to be the AGathis hat, but this like goes straight over your head, and it goes over David's head as well. And he's got a way bigger head than I do. So, well, way bigger, sounds like he's got this enormous head, but he doesn't. It's bigger than mine. And he wanted a black cable knit hat, which is no problem, except for the fact that this house is always very dark, so it's very hard to see what the heck you're doing when you're knitting cables with black yarn in the dark. But anyway, I was going to do the AGathis pattern by whom? Ravelry, please. Agata Smektala. Or Agata Smektala? I don't know. Yeah, and it's on Panduro wool, so it's 100% wool. But I'm going to frog this and find another pattern because this is just not working out. It is designed for, it's the crate size yarn, and I started on these 3.5mm needles, and that is the size needle the pattern is written for, and it's just enormous. And I mean, I could just skip one pattern repeat or something and just do it like that, but I have lost track on how many times I've restarted this hat, and I am so finished, so done with this pattern at the moment. I mean, it's probably a very funny pattern to knit anyway, and I will totally try it again later and skipping 1 or 2 pattern repeats and make myself a hat or a hat for David, but at the moment I'm just not going to bother with it, knitting it in black yarn, because it's just been a very, very, very big struggle, and I think I've restarted, like this week I've restarted it 3 or 4 times, and I've gone down from 3.5mm needles to 2.5, and it's still too big. So, and before this week I've tried starting it like 2-3 times as well, and no, I've just had it. It's probably nothing wrong with the pattern other than it's made for people with gigantic heads, but yeah, not gonna bother with it in black yarn at the moment. So I'm going to frog this and start another hat. Might do a sock head or something simple like that. He can have a cable knit hat later, because I'm just not in black yarn, not at the moment. I'm very much done. So those are my whips, and yeah, whips and 1 frog. Ribbit. So my FO, I've got 1 FO this week. I didn't think I'd have 1, but I've got 1. And it is my snow bubble sock, or bubble sock, or snow globe sock maybe? I like that, snow globe. They are done. They are on blockers. I've tried them on, they fit very nicely. So very happy, except for the fact that Cheddar's been at them, so there's one sticking out here, which makes me very upset because these are my fave socks that I've knit for myself, except for Hermione socks, because I love the Hermione socks. But I've got 2 pairs of Hermione socks. I'm obsessed with them. I need to make more. But anyway, these are done. I'm really happy. And these are in the Fibre Fox yarns in the colourway Peppermint Creams. I got them in right on time for the festive sock along. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I really like how the pattern turned out. They're funny. And I need to write them down. I need to get going on doing that, and I need to try and knit them a size bigger as well, and maybe also 2 sizes bigger, or have someone do it when I've written notes and see if they work with bigger, but they should, because it's a pretty straightforward sock. So happy! I hope you guys like them. If anybody would like to test knit these, hit me up on Ravelry or write a comment here, because I will be looking for test knitters for these when I've written the pattern down. So yeah, really happy, really happy. But I also want to get like a tonal or monochrome one colour yarn to try knitting them in, because I think they would look nice in pink, don't you? And maybe light blue, tonal, speckly goodness, I don't know. I like them. But now I need to weigh these and the rest of the skein and see how much I actually used, so I can see if I can do another pair of socks of the same, out of the same yarn. But then I'm going to do just regular plain old vanilla, I think, because yeah, I'm so pleased with these. So pleased with these, and I'm so happy that I managed to make design a pair of socks myself. So but like I said, if you want to test knit these, I shouldn't point at you with my socks, but I am doing it anyway. If you'd like to test knit, hit me up on Ravelry or in the Ravelry group, because we've got a Ravelry group now. It's seen 0 activity really from me or anyone else, but that's because I'm fairly new to Ravelry and groups. I try to be active in other people's groups, but I haven't really done anything with my own, so I think I'm going to try and do that later. Maybe do show notes both here and there, and also some chatter and stuff. So if you want to go join that, just click the link that's in the description box / show notes. So yeah, and also if you want to test knit, tell me, because you can as soon as I've written the pattern. So that's my FO. I'm really happy with it. Now for some stash enhancements, because I actually have that this week as well. Sorry, I need to sit more comfortably. I bought 4 balls of yarn, and I didn't buy them in this box. I just put them in there to get them out of the way, because they don't fit in my stash box anymore. Like, nothing fits in my stash box now, because it's full of alpaca that I got last week. But yeah, this is just sitting in a fairy light box, because we got fairy lights the same day, and I was like, this is a perfect box to put things in, because I'm that kind of person who's like, if I see something that would fit perfectly into something else, I'm very like, I need to put the thing in the other thing so that it fits nicely, because that's very satisfying. I have that from my mum. She once did that in mum and dad's very old car. I think this was before I was born, and we have these chocolates called Santa. They're like round and about that big, And she put one in one of the holes in the car, like holes in the car, a hole that was supposed to be there, but like boop. So I'm very much like that. I like putting things in things so that they fit nicely because it looks nice, and it's like, oh, it's so gratifying when it goes in perfectly. Do not take that out of context, please. But yes, I bought these to use in the cal I was talking about last week, the Majas Manufaktur cal for the Julvanten, #Julvanten, #Christmasmitten. You can find it under #Christmasmitten, I think, on Ravelry. No, not on Ravelry, on Instagram. I will link the hashtag page if I can, and I will link Majas Manufaktur. So I am going to, like, that cal is happening. I bought yarn. I'm really, really excited to start that one. I think it starts on Sunday, I think, or Monday. But yeah, these are all, the yarn for these are all the same brand. They are Léttlopi. I don't know how to say that. I hope it's Léttlopi, which is Icelandic wool. So yeah, it's Icelandic wool. It's a little bit scratchy, but it feels like it's going to be very warm, and I think it'll go a bit softer when blocked. So these are going to turn into a mitten, and I bought the amount, the project page on Järbo said, and yeah, this is the colour 56, this is the colour 51, and the red one is the colour 1409. So these are going to look really nice. It's actually one of the example colourways because I really liked the way they looked, the examples, so I went with that. Didn't feel like being too experimental this time. But yeah, I'm really excited to do that cal. I think it's a pretty quick cal. When I read the page it said pattern on the 10th, like first part, then on the 14th, and then maybe on the 18th. I don't know, I can't really remember. I'm going to have to check that again. I will also link that page on Rellana Garne, which is a Swedish yarn company that has a lot of free patterns, but they're all in Scandinavian languages, so I don't know if any of them are available in English. Maybe ones that are on Ravelry, because they have some on Ravelry, but I will link that page anyway if you speak any Scandinavian language, so or just want to have a look. So yeah, excited about that cal starting on Sunday or Monday. I am bad with dates. It should be on Monday if it's the 10th, I think. Oh well, anyway, that's my stash enhancement. That is my stash enhancement. This fairy light chain is really nice, but it's not a stash enhancement, it's just a light enhancement for our bedroom. So yeah, that's the yarny bits for this week. I've done a bit less knitting than I wanted to do, because I've just been, we've been out and about a lot, we've been doing lots of things, and I've been vlogging it. I've been doing art for the past, yesterday, I did art yesterday, and I need to do art again today, and we went to Stockholm on Tuesday, and both of us got pierced. David got his first 2 piercings, and I'm really proud and really happy he got his lobes done. So it's pretty simple, but he's apparently wanted them his whole life, so I'm really happy he got them done. He's probably going to stretch them later, so I'm excited about that. And I got my second lobe redone, just here. I'm not going to touch it because it's new. So yeah, that was fun. I did not buy yarn that day. I've been a very good person, I have, however, been dropping heavy hints about some indie yarns I want for Christmas for David. So I'm like, this one is nice and that one is very nice and I really, really, really love this one. So we shall see if he buys me some yarn or not. Or like gives me money to buy yarn. So yeah. And Vlogmas. Vlogmas has been going steadily so far, and it's fun. It's really fun. It's creative, it's fun, it's motivating actually to do things. And yeah, I'm just a bit bummed with myself because at the moment, and I mentioned this in yesterday's, it's today for me but yesterday for you as this goes up on a Friday, but yesterday's vlog, that right now my mental health is just so that happens. Nothing to worry about really. It gets better and it gets worse. That's what it's like living with chronic depression and stuff. So trying to just get through this day. I'm going to do some more art and I'm going to do some knitting, and I'm also going to edit this and the vlog. So yeah, it's going to be good anyway. So yeah, that's this week. And yeah, but yes, I mentioned we have a Ravelry group now. I made one and I don't know what to do with it really, because I don't really know anything about Ravelry groups, but I made one. So if you want to join, the link is in the show notes in the description box, and I will start some chatter threads and stuff. There's one for Vlogmas already, but it's empty so far. So come hang out and talk to me, and yeah, it will be fun. We'll have a little party. We can have wine night on Fridays. That would be nice. So yeah, I think that's about it for this this podcast. This is a podcast. This is not a vlog. But yeah, so far this week has been incredibly unchristmassy in my vlog, so I feel a bit bad about that. We don't have a tree, we have some lights up, but that's it. But in Sweden we don't really put things up until closer to Christmas. Well, that depends on who you are, but I grew up with putting up the tree on the day before Christmas, like the day before Christmas Eve. My family celebrates on the Christmas Day because part British and stuff, but David's family celebrates on Christmas Eve, as most people do in Sweden. And David and I also celebrate pagan Yule, not to be confused with the Swedish jul. I know Skandia had this issue as well with, well, but like this issue with confusion among viewers. I watched her Vlogmas videos about talking about Yule and Yule. There's a difference, but I celebrate both because but Yule, the pagan variety, is usually between the 21st and 23rd, and Jul is on the 24th onwards. So so yeah, we don't really have a Christian word for Christmas in Sweden. It's Jul, because we're all still Vikings up here. No, just kidding. But yeah, very unchristmassy so far, but it will get successively more Christmassy. And now my battery is going like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm going to end this podcast and go edit it and talk some more on my vlog probably later. And yeah, I will see you on YouTube in both this podcast and in my vlog episodes. Have a lovely week, all day, or a few hours until my next vlog is up, and I will talk to you again very soon. Cast on some fun things and do some crafty bits that you want done, and do that project, because I know you can, that you always wanted to start. So, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!